Hey peeps, how you doing? Ooh, I hope you're doing well. Happy Christmas to everyone. Happy Christmas. Hope everyone had a good Christmas that I haven't spoken to. My brain is only half engaged at the moment, so we'll get there. We'll get there. Hope everyone is doing well. Hey Lindsay. So yeah, some glacially slow progress. I wasn't massively planning to do this one today. I think I actually said on my Twitch schedule that I was going to be off until next week still. So this might be a bit quiet, but we shall see. Did some tweets and things and all the good stuff. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone had a good Christmas. And is I don't think anybody in the stream will be saying Happy New Year yet too. Although maybe. I've got coffee. This will be pretty chilled. I'm still working on this grey seal habitat. I've been working it on forever. I've massively missed the whole aquatic pack hype. But hey ho, that's my way, I guess. So we'll switch over, do the old switcheroo. Go for Little Toves. Go, Little Toves. Coffee, got my coffee too, a must, yes. Any kind of stream, watch a stream with there's certain people that are perfect for coffee. I think like Estan and those sorts of guys. Estan and Drew, they're definite coffee drinker. Drink a coffee whilst watching the stream and chill out. Right, so some progress to show you all. Shall we kill the music? Music or no music? I think we'll say no music. Did I kill the music? I didn't kill the music for me. I still have the music. Let's go music then. Let's all have music. Hopefully the music's quite nice and soft in the background. It's still a little bit loud. I don't know why that is. Anyway, right. So yeah, I did quite a lot of progress. To be honest, on the last stream, the last two streams, I have felt like I have struggled a little bit on the stream to kind of find my juju. These guys are stuck, but they're not really stuck. They'll get unstuck in a second. So I thought I would do some progress off stream. And that did actually really help because things jumped forward quite a lot. I think I shared some screenshots of this somewhere. I don't really remember where. But we've done this whole kind of tiled floor thing here. Which I'm not 100% sure on. I think it still looks quite repetitive. Spent ages on it. And this I'm quite happy with. If you remember, I think in the last stream, yeah. In the last stream, this was totally different. This whole thing was totally different. And I just completely ripped it all out and was like, I need to start again. I think we originally had it curved, didn't we? Curved round the speaker. Like this. Habitat looks amazing. Thank you very much, Heather. Appreciate that. I've been waiting for my house flipper to load for 20 minutes. Oh dear, Snow Duck. So yeah, I thought I would just rip it out, and I was really kind of just blocked with it. I had to rip it all out, go back to some terraforming. So we'll do a little kind of Tejicam tour just so you can see what is new. Don't worry about this at the moment. We'll grab this we'll grab Kit here. But yeah, that I have to say that really helped because I was getting a bit frustrated with it. Streaming, I think sometimes you just put a little bit too much pressure on yourself to get it right in the moment, or I do anyway. And I felt like it really helped just to kind of step back from it a bit. So I've actually made quite a lot of progress. I can't remember massively what we had in the last stream. I think we were doing the canopy over there, which we'll get to in a sec. There are benches and stuff in this, but you know, obviously they kind of still derp into the floor, and they still derp into the sides and stuff. But I'm pretty happy with the way this came out. So we've got drainage, we've got like speakers. There's obviously still quite a lot to do to it. I ended up replacing this whole bit because I took all the water out. I can't remember if I'd said this before, but if you take you can't have a path like close over the top of water and then take the water out and put the water back in again. If you do that, so what I've got here is the path like sitting right over the top of the water, and as soon as you do that and you take the water out, it won't let you place it back again. It will consider it to be a collision. So you have to take the path out. The guests get to the second row of seats back here. So this isn't done yet, but there's a path coming back here. I was playing around with it being... I mean, I sort of played around with for a while there being some steps up inside, but I sort of thought, and I've considered just taking one of these out. I could just do that, because they're not high seats. It could just be that they step up. It's one of those things, it would be really super cool, wouldn't it, to have some sort of control of flow, because in something like this you'd have like an in and an out, and obviously in Planet Zoo World they all come in and out however they want. But so we'll carry on down this path a little bit more. I ended up changing all of this terrain again. I think I'd started on this path in the last one. It would be cool, wouldn't it, to have that. Excuse if there's slurping coffee noises into the microphone, guys. I'll do my best. So yeah, this all needs to be done. And this platform up here needs to be done. So this is going to be another viewing spot up here. This is obviously all needs to be finished. I started on this little kind of pond thing here. Oh, my ducky. I like my duck. Yeah, we did a lot of this last time, didn't we? I think we did this in the last stream, this little sign. Again, all this needs like dressing. I think I ended up taking all the path out at some point. And I've started on this little raised section, because what we sort of sussed out in the last one. God, I wish the water was clearer. I really do, because there's so much work under the water that's invisible. Let's go. I can't remember if I put the steps in. Yeah, it's okay. So I've started these steps because we worked out in the last episode that like from that guest's view down there on the water's edge, you can't see anything of all of this up here. And obviously because we've put this kind of canopy thing in and we've got their little pool, let's actually play so they can come and do their thing. That it was going to be necessary to have some sort of raised platform. So this path is going to carry on back round there somewhere. Guest behaviour is always going to be a little bit weird in the zoo at the moment because of what I've got, because they'll only come in most of the time. I'm pretty sure the guest behaviour is that they'll just go to the first point at which they can view an animal, and they won't necessarily then move on to the next one. And at the moment I've still got the animals hanging around the back quite a lot. So let's come out of that view and I'll show you kind of the other bits and pieces. So we hadn't done this in the last episode, but I have completed the rest of this tank now. So again, it's got the like fake rocks thing, and it's got the waterfall still working. I've managed to kind of blend that back in a little bit. I still need to do some work here. Trouble is the collision box around the grey seals. Let's just check they can still get everywhere. The collision box around the grey seals is really tight down this space, as you see. And what I had done is clad this with rocks and hidden this edge away. And what you get when you do that is that they just can't pass through it, unfortunately. So I will have to work out what I can do there. I think it's coming along. It's coming along. As I said, I did make quite a lot of progress off camera. I think I dropped all this again as well. My gate is still working nicely, so they still bob up and down under that. Still got a bit of work and things to do. There's still loads of places to do, as ever. There's still loads of places to do stuff. I think I took all this out as well. I think I talked about this in the last stream. That I had a whole mechanic thing that I had for what was supposed to look like how this door moved up and down. I took all of that out and simplified it a lot. So it's now just kind of this. I mean, obviously it needs to go somewhere. It needs a walkway and all that sort of stuff. This is not supposed to be here. And then what else did I do? I've got to fix all this Z fighting at some point. I started to kind of pad out the pools. So as we said, this is all going to be, I mean, it's pretty massive at the moment. This is going to be backstage stuff. This is all going to be backstage. So areas that really need doing and that are like really just placeholder at the moment are like this whole central section. I still haven't really worked out what I'm doing. I need to sort out this transition as well, because watch what they do. They do like a getting in the water. Get in the water, you weirdo. I think I'd done the steps on the last one. I think you'd seen all that. This one is basically finished underwater now. I just did some of those things and stuff. Like it. Oh, and I added some more of the like wave shapes. We had this one before, and I added 2 more of them. It still doesn't massively make sense because it's like, I don't know. I'm not going to worry. It's supposed to just be a thing. I need to stop obsessing about it. I've still got my little splash zone. I think I raised the water slightly. It all looks so pretty. Thank you very much, Lindsay. Still got my little splash zone. Yeah, so big bits that need doing. I think we might carry on either here today. Is this raised viewing? Oh, they are going to go up there. Cool. I'm considering another guest speaking point up, another whatever it's called, education point up there to pull them up. So I've got to do this. I've got to do all the landscaping around this. This edge all needs tidying up and sorting out. I think they're still getting up and down up there. They are. And the keeper can still get round to fill the feeders and clear up and stuff. I had loads of trouble with this. This is again one of those things. I had loads of problems. I think I spent ages on one of the streams. I think the second stream, fixing all this up, if you remember, to make sure that they could walk along this like floating jetty thing. And then I loaded it in, I think last time, and they couldn't walk along it. And I was like, oh God, has it all got to come out? Thank you very much. Oh, that's an awesome raid. Thank you very much, Climbable Chunky. Welcome, welcome. Hey peeps. Thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. How you all doing? Oh, look at all the new things. That's exciting. Hope you're all well. Were you playing Planet Zoo? Assuming you probably were. We've pretty much just started, guys. So I'm catching everyone up on the updates that I've made to this habitat. Hope you're all well. Welcome, welcome. It's going to be a fairly chilled stream. I'm drinking coffee and I'm talking quite a lot, and we'll make some progress hopefully. You were, yeah, cool, awesome. I'm a bit slow, so I haven't done an enormous amount of progress on this, but thank you very much for the follow and the raid. Very much appreciated. So yeah, we've just kind of shown everyone around. I'll show you guys the new peeps that have just popped in around a bit as well. So this is something I've been working on since the DLC came out, but I haven't really made. I'm pretty slow. I'm pretty slow. Usually I'm all right with the result, but I see lots of people putting out content, putting out videos, and I'm like, I'm still working underwater, making it all look like it's real. I'm still faffing about with a gate. We'll get there. So yeah, they're kind of working. They also look like they've done something to fix the hitboxes, because if you remember that guy, like when they came down the slope before, they were just floating. They just, oh no, he's still going to do it. He's still going to belly flop. But actually, it looks better from this side now because I've put that extra bit of stone there. It kind of hides the fact that they're floating along the top of that. So yeah, this whole section here, I'm still not entirely sure what I'm going to do with. This raised section all needs to be sorted out, and then we've got all of the backstage stuff to do, because at the moment this is massive. This is pretty much going to be a building back here. And as I said, they do this pivot. You can do it. It's too much for me. Oh, look at his little arms that came out. Weird. You'd think that's not too bad. Maybe that's a little bit high. I don't know. But yeah, the keeper does get all the way round. He gets all the way round now. Fortunately, I had to take the kind of little bollard bits out, all the pier supports. So yeah, I think we'll do some stuff. What was I working on? Did you do a penguin habitat yet? I haven't. This is the first one I've done, and I've been really. I've been really slow. Oh, what I wanted to work on, guys. Actually, let's do this. So I think I'm playing around with the idea of this being covered, at least in some degree, and look, I feel a little bit like that. So we've got the kind of little backstage path here. Thank you very much, Heather. Appreciate it. There's so many little bits everywhere I look. This is the trouble. When I get like out of my kind of creative juju, I end up just kind of randomly working in all different places, and then what you end up with is everywhere is like 60-70% done, and not enough of it is finished. This is probably the most finished view, I guess, although hideousness. So yeah, I'm gonna play around with like the idea of there being some sort of structure. Yeah, you do that as well, Mrs. T-Rex, dear. I don't know. I mean, it's really difficult because it never means I don't ever get to like productive chunk of work done that I can then make a video out of and put on YouTube. But we shall see. Right, so I'm gonna attempt to make some sort of structure here that's like a canopy. It could be an archway. I'm gonna go back to something that I did kind of in the dome when I did the tropical dome ages ago. So I want is it a new world? It's the kind of, I can't remember what it is. The lamp cover. Where is it? I've chosen a piece that I can't remember the name of. It's like a metal sort of lamppost around. What's it called? I don't think it's going to come up in metal. No. Lattice fence I still can't find. This is just called lattice. New World lattice panel. It obviously doesn't look like that, like I've got there. It looks like this. Basically just a trellis, isn't it? And you just, you know, give it some shape and bury it, half of it in, and then I've done this like curved top. You look too closely, everything looks a bit messy. What is this called? I think it's like stand. No. Maybe let's turn the bloops off. That'll probably help. Found it. Good. I haven't checked your I haven't checked out your new additions to the community zoo. That looks very exciting though. Where is it? Oh, in case you're wondering how I did this, this was kind of fun. So this is a bracket, a parenthesis from the font, and then like obviously just a bajillion of them over and over and over again looped to make it look like waves. And then this one back here is that one, the editable world sign. Looks like kind of waves. Kind of cool. They're kind of nice pieces. Yeah, I think that kind of worked out alright. They kind of go end to end quite nicely. First time I'm visiting your Twitch, but I love your YouTube, so I'm sure this will be just as amazing. Thank you, Gecko. Cheers very much. Appreciate it. There's a bit more it's a bit more clunky, I have to say. I'm better at the videos. I'm better at the video. Streams are still a bit of a weird one for me in my brain. I think it's because in the videos you get to hide everything away and make it look like you knew what you were doing the whole time. As I said, the end result is usually I'm alright with, but the process of getting there is a bit like going to the dentist. Where is this thing? What am I thinking of? Oh, it's not an arch. It's like umbrella stand or something, is it? No. There's so many things now. I'm kind of losing track slightly. No one probably knows what I'm talking about either. It's the little metal piece. It's like a rounded shape, like a cylinder, but it's hollow. Let me see if I've got the. Do you remember the dome, Mrs. T? If you remember the structure that I used for the dome, there was like the big kind of metal archways. That's what I'm trying to reproduce, but I cannot for the life of me remember what this piece is called. It's definitely like a new world. Oh no, it's not. It's a classic piece. That's why I'm not finding it. It's a classic piece. Let's turn off blueprints. I'm going to find it now. That's all it was. That was just being stupid. Is this? No, it's not that. What's this? Right. Doesn't look like the sort of thing you'd be able to use, but it works really well for this. So if you make it like a white, or probably an off-white, like that. And I think I just like kind of rotated it around. I haven't seen or heard anything about it recently. In my head that's a tree cover. No. I've got it now. I don't know what this is. Tree cage. Oh, it is. Yeah. I know what you mean. It's for protecting the trunks of trees, isn't it? Right, so if we do that, this is what I did before. This is kind of the structure of it, but I can't do it like that. I need to curve. So let's duplicate this, stick it over here for a second in my rubbish ground. I need to get some sort of scale of how big this is going to be as well. So Let's just do this. I'm not entirely sure what shape this is going to be, so it might just be that this is a bit rando. See, I'd like it to come up like that and then curve. Maybe I can't do this using the curve trick. Maybe I just kind of need to do it. Something that comes up that's got like 3 points. It's so rubbish at describing. Oh dear. Let's leave that one back there for no reason. Okay, so this is going to need something up the middle of it as well. So the rod, the thick rod, the thick boy. Your house super crashed. Just wondering, will you ever get another Missoula Zoo video? Slurp of coffee because this is a fun. I'm not on the project anymore, Gecko Boy. It's a bit of a long story, but I was basically removed from the project for not giving my co-creator enough credit, apparently. But yeah, bit confusing. But yeah, it's a bit of a bone of contention and a bit of a sore point. So, but no, it's fine, and it was a shame, and that is kind of one of the things that's slightly demotivated me with Planet Zoo a little bit and stuff. Happy New Year, Chris. Hope you're doing well. Right, so this probably needs to turn gradual like. See, it feels like it should be a curve. I should be doing this with just by curving. Oh god, I remember this now. This is painful. This is not the way to do this. I do need to do it the way I thought I did. But yeah, I've got lots of plans for 2021. New things, and there's a couple of things that I was doing in Missoula that I sort of made the decision that I will not be doing them necessarily in Missoula, obviously, because that kind of situation, but that I will continue the work that I was doing that I'd started. So I think he's still doing stuff on Missoula, but he's ripped everything out that I did, which is somewhat upsetting, to be honest. But hey ho. Yeah, I probably don't really want to get into it too much more. We'll just stop talking about it. Right, is this going to work as simply as I'm attempting to do it? Very much not, probably. No. I don't have a pivot point, really, here. That is really a shame, but I'm of course excited for any other projects you create. Thank you very much, Gecko Boy. That's very nice of you. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. It's only a game at the end of the day. It's only a game, and I'm quite happy to. What am I doing wrong here? I need to do this on its side. I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, I need to do this on its side. God, feels like. So I did a lot of. Obviously, I learned how to do this process when I did the dome, but I've kind of forgotten exactly what I did. We might not end up using this structure, but hey ho. I need a mud pillar, and we'll add that to the mud pillar. Will be easier, and it needs to go sideways. This is so confusing. this whole thing. In fact, let's start that again. Let's go from the mud pillar. And we'll go with classic. Yeah, some plans for next year will be that I will be bringing together all of my one-off habitats into one zoo, which will include the tropical dome, which will need to have some new stuff done to it. Bringing all of those things together, so I think I've got like 6 or 7 big ones now: the elephants, the flamingos, the dome. Just getting all of that together will be a bit of a challenge, but we shall see. It's doable. Obviously the problem is getting all the paths and everything, getting all the paths back in, all the barriers back in, because there's a lot of like custom craziness going on with the barriers and everything in that habitat, or in that build. It's not far off, a little bit smaller. Let's bring them both in by so let's change that down to 2. Bring them both in by 1. Let's just check that again. It's still a little bit small. Let's go back. Let's go back to what it was. I think it's easier. It'd be easier to adjust it from a bigger size. Right. So then we need to get one of these classic dealies. Grab that guy. Stick him on there. And it needs to go sideways. It needs to go 45 degrees. This took me so long to work out when I did that original build. It's to go like that, because we're going to rotate it round and then we're going to turn it on its side to create the dome shape. What I like about streams is the calmness. It's so much more real, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I think that's the nice thing about it. It took me a while to get into it. I'm still not super confident in it. There's games that I'm more confident in. As I said, I find Planet Zoo, I really have to be in the zone, because it does take, you know, I really enjoy the interactivity with you guys and stuff, and the feedback and all that sort of thing. I think the thing is, I put pressure on myself to do more. That I'm always like, I need to be getting more done, because everybody's just going to be like, yeah, and I'm slow and all that sort of thing. Like, I think the technical bits of the game, because I never played Planet Coaster and I play other stuff, I don't think playing other stuff massively helps you in this game. Sometimes you get to that, you kind of lose even the like muscle memory of where the keys are and stuff. And I'm pretty alright with it now, but when I first started playing and started trying to stream, I would have these moments where I was like, I don't even know, I don't even remember the basic stuff. That's not right. Excuse me. Maybe let's go. Maybe we'll do this. I think that looks better. And maybe we'll make the middle bit dark. You usually get more inspiration from streams and videos as well. Yeah, I mean it's I guess it's a personal preference thing, isn't it? I think it's for me. Depends who I'm watching. I think I probably watched streams more to chill. Like I watch the guys I watch, and I don't watch loads of people to be honest because I get a bit saturated. But yeah, I pretty much watch like Drew and Estan. I watch those guys because I could watch them build anything because they're just nice. They just seem like they're kind of cool guys. I totally agree. Some days I just don't feel like I have the focus to really play the game well. Yeah, and then that's the thing when you're streaming. I think in my brain sometimes when I'm streaming, like I've always been my own worst critic. Everything I ever do in any game, I'm always my own biggest critic. So when I'm streaming, and I know I'm a bit of a perfectionist and that sort of thing, it doesn't really massively help. I think that's when you get to kind of you sometimes get a bit like panicky, or I do anyway. Times as a community zoo if you're looking for a little project. Yeah, if you put in, let's do this. I'm not sure if we've got any mods on at the moment, but if we put in that, so if you join the Discord, there'll be some streams of that coming up in the new year because I've still got loads to do on it. I'm winging this a little bit more than I should be here, guys, but I think this will be fine. Right, Mrs. T. So let's see if we grab this. This is probably all looking a bit strange at the moment as to what I'm doing, but I think it's right. I think it's right. We need to. I could just carry on round, but if I get rid of the mud pillars, I believe I should be all good. Let's keep one set of the mud pillars because we don't want everything. It's been so long since I've done this, I can't really massively remember. Hey Rem, how you doing? Thanks for the follow, Gecko. Appreciate it. I'll be on in a few, just ran 5 miles and need a shower. Good on you. Should I not have removed that yet? We'll find out in a second. No, I think we're going to be alright. So I won't need all of this structure. I'll have to remove the bottom half of it. Oh, that's not the one you want, doves. Right, so we'll do. Going to be a bit messy at the ends, but that's okay. Right, so that's basically it. How do community projects works because Planet Zoo isn't a multiplayer game? So it's the way we're doing it is just that you check in and out the file. So you say when you're working on it, and because we've got people in different time zones, generally I'm sort of saying when you're playing the game, just check it out. So if you want to take the file, but everybody just puts the file up on the workshop. We don't do that everybody's like a contributor and stuff like that. It doesn't need to be as complicated as that. And then each person, when they want to work on the community zoo, this is huge, but it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. We're only going to want like a little bit of it, like that much. Yeah. So you say you want to work on it. Check to see that it's not checked out at that point. This is huge. and then click whoever's the latest person that's uploaded it. Basically, it's all explained in the Discord. It's pretty simple, and it's working all right. And we've kind of got no rules as well, which is just supposed to be fun. Like I think this can be a bit easy in this game to like get obsessed with making your zoos realistic and making sure that all of the things are like, oh, they wouldn't be able to afford that and all that sort of stuff. It's like it's supposed to just be fun. It's a game. It's not real. So let's just have fun. So I sort of made the decision not to really imply any rules on the community zoo, just to say, obviously we've got to make sure that like people aren't working on it at the same time. That's the one thing to make sure. But there's no like budget or anything. Everybody's pretty much just doing what they want to do. We might do things in the future that are more specific, like targeted to, I don't know, like realism or something. But at the moment, I just thought we'd do it for fun. That's worked out reasonably well. I think I can make it. It still feels huge though. I'm not 100% sure I even want it. I'm not 100% sure. Does it even need to be there? It's very high. It's very, very high. I don't know. So this would be the sort of central. I mean, this is where having a photo of something would have been a good idea to base this off of. I don't know. I think that does kind of add something, but we need to do something to kind of make it actually like a function, like it's a canopy. Can we do? What if we did like a tilt? Like a that type of thing. Don't worry about all of these edges. I'll have to fix all that up. And then if I was to fill in that gap, let's say, in the way that I did this. So this one I did, if you remember from the last stream, we used one of the sign pieces because it's nice and skinny, and the actual New World shapes are kind of fat, kind of difficult to get a curve on. This is going to be a pain to do. What's the best way to do this? Is that even? So if I'm to try to bridge a gap between these two pieces, do they even look like they've kind of slipped out of alignment as well? We might have to go back to our ring on the floor here. Can we get all the way back to it being a solid? Okay, right. So if I was to go grab this whole thing, merge it all into one dealie, and let's just move that. We'll duplicate that and move it over to the side a minute, just so we've got a spare one of those. You want to make sure you've always got a spare. Have to go, but thanks for the info, and I'll definitely be back here, and you'll probably see me on the Discord. Cool. Have a good New Year. So I think if I kind of make it flat, and then we erect it. It's gonna have to have like supports and things. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this? Why don't I just make it easy? So like if I did that, so I've got control of the rotation there because that's only 15 degrees. And I think I could fill this space. Let's try. 15 degrees enough? Yeah, that's too much, isn't it? It may or may not work. It may well be a reject at the end of it, but hey ho. So we wanted the... It was one of the signs I said, wasn't it? So this is all I'm really trying to do is creating simulating a sort of canvas. It's like a stretch canvas kind of thing. It's that one. Ooh. Okay, let's go down here. I don't really know how this is going to work. If this is going to work at all. It would be on the inside of the structure. This is going to be a bloody nightmare. So I'm reasonably happy with that as a structure. It looks like it's reasonably kind of credible. It's a little bit messy, but how do we get from this stage to to the next stage? I mean, I guess it can look like it's kind of hanging inside. Okay, I think maybe I've got the answer. So if I start from here, those are the two that were... No, they're not directly opposite each other. Let's just try this. Spin that round. Yeah, I think what I needed to have done... What I needed to have done was... set these when I first placed the pieces and then made the ring with these. I think I can still do this though. I don't really want to have to put the mud pillar back in. I think this is going to be doable. Thing is, I could kind of make it look like it's just hanging down inside it. I don't know. Let's remove those. See, that's not too... I'm just looking at the path that one takes. That's obviously where I'm going to copy it round. So if it was to be in there... this is going to be... I'm going to be freestyling a lot of this. I'm going to be eyeballing a lot of this. Is it easier just to do it then? I think it probably is. Let's put that back. I think it's easier just to kind of move it manually. And just kind of try and follow the line around. This is definitely one of those points at which my idea exceeds my technical ability within the game, because this is definitely not the way to be doing this. I kind of know what I should have done. I should have, and again, this is one of those things, if this was a video, I'd have started all over again. I'd have taken the whole ring out and started again. What I needed to have done was to start off with just the two pieces, attach this to it, and then copy that whole thing round. But we'll see how this turns out. I think this might turn out alright. Is that descending into the floor? It is. Crap. Do not want that. Oh, God. I think the other thing with Planet Zoo for me is that when I like binge play it and play it loads, the techniques become much more kind of second nature, and then I really quickly get out of the groove with it. Not because I dislike it or anything, but it's not an easy game to kind of pick up and play. Well, it probably is, but it's not an easy game to pick up and play the way I want to do things. So if we make this, if we kind of make it look like it's suspended inside this ring, we then group all this together, duplicate it, offset it, maybe that's all going to work. We shall see. So what's everyone doing for their New Year tonight? I think I'm just gonna be having a drink, watching some telly, much like last night. Thanks, No Duck. Take it easy. Playing Among Us. Ah, nice. Is Mrs. T streaming tonight then? I still haven't tried that. Oh, it's descending into the depths of hell again. Bodge. 12 days. Yeah, I've seen she's doing 12 days of streams. Taking a load of rubber chickens out and being loud. What? What? What are you on about? Rubber chickens? Wasn't one of the Muppets obsessed with rubber chickens? Was it Gonzo? Gonzo got a thing about rubber chickens, isn't he? I mean, you have fun with that. This is definitely all just keeps pushing down into the floor, doesn't it? I think we can make this work still. We might have to just not get too close to it, because every time I look at some of this, I'm like, oh. Yeah, I saw that she's doing 12 days of different games, isn't she? That's kind of cool. Oh, this is a bloody mess already. It's definitely not the way to have done this. I should have just done something simple on the stream. Why didn't I just do some something simple? Some nice little foliage work. That would have been easy. We'll see. We'll see if this even looks vaguely alright. And we'll probably bid it. You don't have to go now. Beddies. Had a washing machine emergency. Oh dear. Not leaking, hopefully. Different games, yeah. I haven't managed to catch any of them because I did actually quite enjoy having I literally didn't turn my computer on for 5 days or something, or 4 days or whatever it was. It's quite nice. Right, this is gonna be a mess, I'm pretty sure. We might be able to fix it up as we go. Let's see what happens. Right, so if we pick that up, grab the whole thing, merge it, and now it should still rotate around its 15 degrees. Yeah. And then just grab each one of these. That's not quite what I wanted. It's not too far off though. Grab each one of these and just push them into the gap. Yeah, maybe I didn't need to do the second there at all. But because that kind of hides it away, doesn't it? I probably didn't even need to do what I did there. Couldn't open the door. Was that because it was still on? I had that once. In fact, my little brother had that a little while ago. He managed to open the door somehow with it full of water. It was disastrous. It was just disastrous. I don't really know what I'm doing in there. I'll fix all that up. But this could be alright. Stuck at 4 minutes remaining. Alright. Right, this is probably going to Z-fight, but I don't think it's too bad. We're never going to be that close to it. She'll have to see what it looks like from the underside because it might be awful. Jesus, Nightbot, chill out. Okay, this is where it's going to be a problem because this piece is going to be too wide, isn't it? As it gets narrower. Okay, we'll do that in a minute. Let's just make the rest of these a bit neater. That one. Might have to swap to a smaller art shape as we get down here. Or maybe we'll leave it open. Maybe it can be open at the bottom. Let's see. Get rid of these. This was a really janky way of doing it, but I think it's kind of going to be alright. I think it's kind of going to work. So let's keep all that again. Just in case we want to go back to it. Put it over there. Well, you say wizarding. It's kind of bodgy, to be honest. It's pretty bodgy. It's not going to look anywhere near as clean as it looks. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. It's all going to be the bits that are hidden. It's not terrible. It's doable. I think we could fix it from there. I think it's retrievable from there. Let's just give it a look. Let's have a little look-see how it looks in place. So we can put lights and things on that and it's going to need some. It's going to need some. It's going to need some work to like actually blend it in. It's got loads of stuff that needs tidying up. Like I can see bits that are sticking through and all that sort of stuff. But that's not too bad. I think that's kind of savable. If it's kind of like that. See, all this crap in here has got to be all sorted out. Like it looks rubbish from underneath. But I think all of that is doable, and it doesn't look too bad from like here. Maybe it needs to go the other way round. Yeah, I think that's better. Just to not be over my little steps. It's come in the right size as well. It doesn't clip on the edges there. I think I'm going to stop with that because that's enough of that for me today. But this definitely that is retrievable from there. It looks all right. It needs a lot of work to do. It needs all the edges tidied. It needs all this bits that are clipping through sorted out. And it needs some things that make it look like we're kind of suspending. See, like we did with this, where it kind of looks like it's got the bits that stick through the poles and it's got the supports and stuff. I think that can be alright. And maybe it's got lights underneath it. So we'll do something easier now, because that's going to fry my brain a bit. We'll do some... we'll do some nice decorative bits, which all needs doing anyway. All of this like stuff. How much is Planet Zoo on Steam? I think it's actually on sale at the moment, to be honest. Oh, that's cold now. It would be after an hour and a half, 1 hour. Yeah, I think it's on sale. I can't actually remember off the top of my head. Right, so the idea was always that this is the more kind of tundra-y bit, although it doesn't really matter that much. And that this was going to fill the more tropical bit. Well, the more kind of temperate stuff and things. So let's actually do this little pond. That would be a nice thing to do. It should be pretty easy. Right, what I did was I wanted it to look like it was kind of natural, so I switched back to the other rocks here. So I've got all the faux rocks, which I love, by the way. It's so good. We'll use these trim bits. Let's turn all of that off now. We don't want any of that on. Yeah, I think that canopy will look alright. I think it will look alright. It may end up getting redone from scratch off camera, but that's the basic gist of what I'm doing. That's the basic gist of what I'm doing with it. I think that's what I do a lot. It's just like stick with the thing, stick with the idea, just keep going, because often like that I know is me being inefficient in the way that I do stuff in the game. because it's far better to do it right in the first place and then not have to fix it all up. But I've never really mastered that skill. We got curbs or something, haven't we? Here, yeah. We'll do that as well. Block. Yeah, maybe we'll go with like something different. Little beds, little flower beds or something here. This stuff, like, this is probably the most like therapeutic bit for me of Planet Zoo. Doing anything that's like gardening, that's all just pretty work and not brain work, he says, changing his mind about what he's done. I want to use the grid there to keep that all in line. Yeah, doing flower beds, doing any kind of foliage stuff is just nice. I love watching stuff like that too. Rock placing is my favourite. Rock placing is like the skill to have in Planet Zoo. The amount of times you switch onto someone's stream and they're placing rocks. The way I do it in this, like if you're doing big areas, create yourself some like template pieces. So create yourself bigger rocks effectively and then just jam them together in different ways, rotate them around and stick them together, and actually that works quite well with faux rocks because that's actually how they would do it. They would have, so there's only a few shapes here that I've just reused over and over again. But yeah, it's quite therapeutic. What's that theme tune? Name that theme tune. Why has that suddenly popped into my head? His only guide on this journey was Al. Hope that doesn't get me a DMCA strike. No one's guessing. Everyone's slipped into a coma. Everyone slipped into a coma. Post Christmas, right? Post Christmas. What's everyone having for dinner? I'm cooking again. Not your dinner, so no requests. I'm either having. It was Quantum Leap, Lindsay. I knew I could rely on you. Excellent work. I'm having. I think I'm getting a burger from GBK tonight. As long as I don't stream too late and then have to wait. In fact, I've got to be finished at. Oh, what did I tell the boss? 6:30, I think. The chief. His only guide on this journey was Al. Al was always the one with. What was the? Who did he talk to? Who was the little person he spoke to? So Al was the guy who came through the little door from his own time. What was the name of the guy? He always used to have that thing. Al used to have that little thing that he was like beep 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 beep. Doesn't look good, Sam. You got to do some different stuff. We thought it was the lady, but actually it's the man you're saving. Looks like you're gonna have to become a professional boxer in order to save the day. But I'm a doctor. Yeah, but you need to become a fireman today as well. A fireman / professional basketball player. You'd be like, right, yeah, that's the only way we can get on to the next one. Ziggy, that's the name. Ziggy. He always had that little thing, and he was like, it never worked very well. And he'd shake it. But like Ziggy's telling me it's all gone to pot, Sam. Looks like you need to deliver this baby. So probably most people are like, what in the world? Can't remember. You are stretching my memory now. We never got to Ziggy. We've had this conversation before, Lindsay. It's just my brain is just a full of nonsense gibberish. I don't even know what started that thought. I don't think I've even seen it. Having Chihuahua doesn't stop chewing everything. Ooh, nasty. How would you cook Chihuahua? Chihuahua. Chihuahua sounds a bit like it could be something you'd have in a wrap. Like fajita. Chinchilla. That's chinchilla, isn't it? Is that Chihuahua? Or is that no, that is Chihuahua. You've probably got a chinchilla as well. Yeah, I'm having GBK. Hopefully. Because what I need right now is a load more meat. Not had enough meat in the last few days. I've got to have some more meat. Ren Mosquito's been a naughty boy. Put him on a butty and eat him. You're good at remembering all the names of the bajillion pets that Rem has. Wesley made me laugh in the Discord yesterday when he was like, Rem, how are you at that level and you don't even talk? That's because Rem is just always sharing pictures of his animals. There's always pictures of animals to be shared. Pet names I remember. You're getting Chick-fil-A, is that? I don't know what that is, Snow Duck. Chick-fil-A, is that? Chick-fil-A. Up, that's in a second. No chinchillas yet. Mosquito's finally heading to bed. He played for 2 hours with my other dogs in the Florida heat. Oh, you lucky thing. It's so cold here today. It is so cold. So cold and yet no snow. Classic UK winter. It's just grey. Grimness as the grim season has descended. Oh, I don't need that piece there. Fix it up in a minute. KFC but better. Ooh, interesting. Quite fancy a KFC. KFC console. Hashtag KFC console. I'm going to get myself a KFC console just so I can marvel at its wonderful multifunctions. We've got 2 inches of snow. Yeah, it's not made its way south. It's not made its way down here. Maybe it's in lockdown. Not allowed to travel. You're annoying. Annoying little lump. And they won't be able to deal with you either. It's alright. I have to stick a bit of rock there. So what makes it better than KFC? I don't know if this is possible. Has it got 76 whatever it is spices? Is it 75 spices that they've put on it? I can't remember. Herbs and spices aplenty from the Colonel. How many pieces can you fit into one flower bed? Millions. This is why I could never do one of those Planet Zoo contests, because I'm like, 4,000 pieces? You what? Got 4,000 pieces in this one flower bed. How's that supposed to be achievable? But hey, I'd get stuff done a lot quicker, wouldn't I? Yikes. Maybe I should do that as a thing. Maybe I'd do a little mini-series. Was like, piece count. There's a limit. I have to create within the limit. This is completely unnecessary, because most of this I'm going to cover up. Never mind. They have sandwiches and fries and other really good things too. Doesn't KFC have that? Do they have a console? Do they have a games console that you can put your chicken in the back and keep it warm? Still can't quite believe that's real. But Mrs. T told me what the key was for this the other day, but I can't remember what it is. Align to surface key? Anyone? V. There we go. Thanks. Fix up bookshop. Right, that will do for now. That don't look too bad. That'll look fine once it's all blended in. Looks pretty. Is this all? Are you all Z fighting down there, or is that actually just kind of weird shimmering off the water? That's okay. Position snap is F, and angle snap is space. Yes, angle snap I use all the time. I don't use the hotkey for position snap really that often because I'm not really switching that on and off that frequently. Right, so I've got another little bed up here. And I've got these beds back here now as well, haven't I? This stuff. So let's actually do... I think I was going to do something with the top of this wall as well. I can't remember what. I would send the menu, but I can't find it. So is that... You'll have to forgive me, Snowduck. I can't remember where you are in the world. I want to say you're one of our American peeps, but I'm not 100% sure. What do I want to top the wall with? What about gutter? If in doubt, get your gutter out. No. Trim. Yeah, that'll do. I do like a bit of KFC, I have to say. Or maybe I'll get KFC tonight. It's a bit miserable though, isn't it? New Year with a KFC. Watching Jules Holland with a KFC. It's limited options this year, I guess. KFC and a Christmas beer that I've got left over. I'm not happy with this little janky corner. Might have to do something there. Can't have KFC until you get your console. It's the law. Darn. Maybe they'll sponsor me. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Get sponsored from KFC and they just give you the console and they give you the chicken to keep warm in it. Philadelphia. Not on the Fosters. Not on the Fosters. It's Christmas. I won't be able to catch your stream, unfortunately. I can't remember what it is, but it's Modelo or something like that. One of those sorts of beers you put a lime in the top of it, pretend you're in somewhere warm. United States of America, the world, the Milky Way, space. The final frontier. Do. No. Hey Wesley! House Flipper crashed again? What are you doing? Have you downloaded all sorts of mods? Did you give yourself too much money? My chicken is sticking to the pan. Might be KFC for the husband. What are you making again, Mrs. T? Chicken of some sort. Chickenness. Oh, don't you do that, cheeky monkey. Cheeky monkey. A bit of Z fighting that we don't want there. Vegetas. Brilliant. Good stuff. Love a bit of Vegeta. Could do that. Shall we do that? That might be kind of cool. Do that, and we'll do that. That one blue. Blue. Might have given myself 200 billion. I did look at the number. I think I saw the number before you changed it, right? Not after you changed it. Not that I can condone hacks in a game at all, but Oh, you're annoying. No, I wanted that. I didn't want to remove it. Oh, now we've started talking about food. My stomach's rumbling. My stomach's like, KFC? Did someone say KFC? Give me KFC for my face hole. Before I changed it was like 40k. Yeah, that is getting a bit tight. Can you give me 200 billion in... What would you do with 200 billion? What would anyone do with 200 billion? Imagine having 200 billion. That's crazy nuts. I've moved the wrong bits. I need to move these ones. Imagine being the Bezos. I actually don't mind that sort of. I don't mind the little seam there. Looks fake. Let me see what I'd do. Spend it. You could. How would you spend 200 billion though? Like, imagine literally trying to physically spend 200 billion. You just wouldn't. It's not possible. I mean, I'll give it a damn good go. Donate 100 billion to you. Oh, you sweetheart. That's very nice of you. Please stay watching me. Sort me out, Wes. Sort me out, Wes. Give us 100 billion. Spend it is right. What would you spend it on, Heather? I mean, 200 billion is like more money than anybody in the world ever needs. It's inconceivable. It's an inconceivable amount of money. I think I saw something a little while ago that was like a visualization of what if you stacked all of Jeff Bezos' money in New York, what would it look like if it actually was physically there? And it's like, it's crazy. It's like the size of the Empire State Building. Where I'd spend it is a very long list. I don't think 200 billion is spendable. I don't think in your lifetime you could actually physically spend 200 billion. Like, I guess you could just go, oh, there's 100 billion to... But imagine even saying, I want to cure world poverty. Or I want to, like, give all this money to cancer research or something. Just the physical process of doing that would just be immense. Lots for charities, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you could... I don't know how much... I wonder how much... I know, like, Bill Gates and those sorts of guys has given a lot of money to charity, but that's basically what he does now. He spends his whole life... and, like, Warren Buffett... Is it Warren Buffett that's given, like, most of his wealth over the period of his life? You can pull a Jeff Bezos and buy a whole neighbourhood. Thing is, I don't know. Jeff Bezos doesn't not come across like the sort of person you'd want to aspire to be honest. I don't know. That's a judgment. He's very, very kind of invisible a lot of the time, isn't he? Well, I can be Mr. Beast. You can do what Mr. I don't. Are those things legit? When you see those Mr. Beast things that are like, retweet this and I'll give you... They're not real, are they? They're like Russian bots or something. Now I can spend 200 billion. I can send $200 in 1 hour. Spend $200 in 1 hour. Well, $200 is easy to spend in an hour, yeah, but 200 billion is not so much. This is supposed to be kind of tundra-y, so this isn't right, what I'm doing. Taiga. It's really is Mr. Beast. Say it's in the video, it's real. I don't know if they are real. That would be a lot of taxes, just get it to people. Yeah. What, really? That's in the Taiga region? Papaya plant. South America. Interesting. That doesn't seem right, does it? That looks like a cactus to me. I can't imagine that's... It's got a weird bum to it as well. The bottom of it's weird. I'm not going to have a lot of options here in a minute. Yes, I suspected not. Thank you, Nitro, for the follow. Appreciated. Welcome, welcome. Don't really know if I never really know if I like these very much, these little twin flail things. Kind of like the sage. Can never keep a cactus or succulent alive. Cactuses and succulents are the easiest things to keep alive, surely. They barely need watering. I've got like 4, or we lost 1. Well, the older ones like stay in this circle 100k. Okay. Name a staff gaming with Wesley. No, I won't. You name a staff gaming with Wesley. Can I just name it Wesley? I'll name this lady. Here you go, look. I'll name this lady. I'll name this lady Wesley. There you go. Suppose you have used your points, so I probably should do it. I guess. I think we've run out of animals to call. Have I even got any staff in here? Where's all my staff? Yeah, look, you can have this guy. Tedgered Cam. Wesley. How have you got 2 different colours? Why have you got an orange? You've got 2 different... That's weird. 2 different colours in the chat. Yeah, I've done it. I've done it. There you go. You're that cleaner there. I don't really want to just use the Taker stuff because it's sort of limited. I want to use these. This is what I want to use. Will you have more channel points in 2021? What you mean? Things to redeem? Yes, I will. But I'm not going to be doing. I'm not going to be doing eating a pickle or whatever you're doing. I'm doing any of that stuff. I don't want to eat crap on my streams. Yeah, I've got some ideas for things that I'll do. Subs are not subs. Huh? Okay. Subs are not subs. I'm not really sure what's that mean? Subs are not subs. Are you doing the? You should do the lights thing, Mrs. T. If you haven't already, I haven't seen the stream since you got your lights. Subs are not subs. What, do a subs only stream? No, I don't think so. I don't know why I'd do that. I'll probably do some stuff. There'll be more things that I do that are like like the things we're doing at the moment with the Arc. There'll be more of those kind of multiplayer things. Can we get a hashtag small streamers are better than big? What's that? I don't know what that is. small streamers are not better than big anyway. Everybody's just, it's just taste, isn't it? People just like, most of the time, the difference between someone that's got 100,000 subscribers and someone that's got, if we're talking about YouTube terms, most of the difference between those two people is just that that person got an opportunity and has, you know, worked to take that opportunity. So the two things you've got to have is you've got to have the opportunity and then you've got to have the work to do it, I think. Well, you've got to have the effort to kind of push it. That's all the differences. You kind of did get a little bit confusing. But most of you were a little bit confusing at the moment. I don't know if this is just my brain not connecting to what you're saying. Usually I'm pretty in tune with what's going on in the chat, and then sometimes I'm like, what are you all talking about? I've got no idea. He was confused as well. So these are all right, I think, for where I am, because the small streams interact with the viewer. Well, that's true, but that is yeah, that's just the nature of the thing. Like if I had, so what we're at 15 people in the chat at the moment, or 15 people viewing. So there's obviously some of you talking and then some of you lurking, which is fine. If we had twice as many people in the chat chatting, it would be pretty hard for me to keep up. So that's all it is. It's not like those people, you know, someone that's a big streamer is not choosing to not interact with their audience. It's just really hard. Got loads of people coming at, like, you know, that thing, the chat flying up and down. That's why you've got things like why people use the things like the emphasize, the, you know, highlight my message stuff. I don't really like the idea, and I think very, very few people ever have the sub only chat things until you get to really, really enormous numbers. Spent a good 60 seconds staring at the chat trying to comprehend. Yeah, welcome to my world. The thing is, the challenge is, and that is a bit of a knack that you do kind of get to with streaming, is keeping a track of the various different threads of conversation, because obviously you guys are like hearing me speak in reply to something after I've said it. So you say something and I see it and I've replied and you haven't heard me reply in time. There's a little bit of a gap. And then obviously I'm trying to keep a track of all the different things you guys are all saying, and sometimes each one of you is having a slightly different conversation with me. Yeah, Heather is a stalwart of many a stream, and in fact one of the, are you not one of the moderators in the Discord? Are they not the Discord? The what am I trying to say? The forum. Yeah, you'll see Heather in many a stream. I don't know about that. It's a bit tropical. Oh, I missed someone somewhere, didn't I? Had to jump in because of the rocks. Thank you, Marina. Appreciate it. It's still got a long way to go, but it's coming along slowly. Slowly but surely. We've partly done this arch thing today, but it's got a long way to go. I'm not going to watch it too much. I love to watch people build. I'm on for Frontier and a couple of content creators. Yes, that's what I'm thinking of. Are you, yeah, I'm trying to think who you're a mod for that I know of. You're one of Estan's, aren't you, I think? I know I've seen you in a load of different streams. You're obviously a big lover of the game. Estan and Drew, yeah. That's right. Those guys have got a really good thing going on at the moment with the sort of little tag team thing. I need to catch up actually because they've just started a new thing, haven't they? Yesterday did they start it? As I said, I've been trying not to watch too much. Try not to look at too many screens other than watching like Disney and Christmassy movies the last few days. But yeah, I've got to catch up with their new, because they've started a new collab project which looks really cool. These guys are both on YouTube if you don't know, guys. Estan Wolf and Beyond Drew TV. Drew was in here the other day actually talking about whether he should restart his Twitch channel. I think he has got a Twitch channel, but he hasn't done anything with it for ages. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the grass stuff. That's what I'm looking for. Let's just get rid of this off. Turn this off. Aquatic. Is it not aquatic? The new grass, that's not in the pack, is it? That was a new thing. It's like underwater grass, but it's good for just normal grass. What's it called? That's it. Underwater eel grass. I'll just do a few little bits and pieces around here. I'll mix up some elephant grass into this as well, probably. Yeah, I like. I have to say, I'm a big fan of Estan stuff. I don't get to catch their streams live very often because of the time difference. This is a bit of a mess, isn't it? They usually start streaming, or especially Estan, just at the point where I'm supposed to be going to bed. And then I'm like, oh, if I get watching this now, I'll be watching it until 4 in the morning. But yeah, I think Estan is the first person I've seen who started to do stuff that is a bit more like to hell with the zooiness of the whole thing. I kind of thought that for a while. Like, I kind of tempted just to do stuff that's got nothing to do with zoos. I don't know how much people will watch it, or if I care that much if people don't, but I'll probably do a little bit. Like, it's a bit of me that's like, I don't know, I was kind of tempted just to start random things and just do some randomness. Because most of the time, what I enjoy in Planet Zoo, I feel like most of my time I'm doing stuff that's like the guest side. I feel like I spend more of my time doing guest areas than I do habitat, the actual inside of the habitat. I know there's a few people that have done that really do like focus a lot on their like the surroundings and stuff like that. Who did I see recently doing that? There's a few people that have built like whole towns. What's his name? Dan? What's the guy's name? That's awful. Terrible person. Maybe it looked like a small rock fell off the side of the walkway. Okay. Dan Creates, that's it. Yeah, he's done like a little kind of. He said he's done like a village that he knows that's Sussex or somewhere. I don't know how. I'm not sure how. Unfortunately, that the YouTube algorithm handles that stuff. Whether it considers it particularly favourable, you kind of got to work on those sorts of things and just go. If I'm lucky, this will get seen. Audio cavity early toves. There's a long wait. Oh, there probably is a long wait. I was going to say. So what we at? We've probably got half hour ish left. I think I said I was finishing at 6:30. Right, so this is supposed to be like underneath of the pines is supposed to be kind of like that, scruffy and monocultured. And we'll do some dead grass. I don't mean to added maybe. I don't know if you're. I feel like sometimes Wes, you're either on a phone. You're really difficult to understand at the moment. The last couple of streams, like I can't follow what you're talking about, buddy. I wish I could. I don't mean to added maybe. I can't respond to it because it doesn't make sense to me, dude. But yeah, it is amazing seeing what people create. But I'm tempted just to do like the other day. I was like, I kind of want to just build a Death Star. Like that's something that's got nothing to do with it. It's got nothing to do with Zoo at all. And see what it does. Build a Star Destroyer in Planet Zoo because it is like an amazing build tool. First and foremost for me, and the building, the rest of it, it's all a little bit. I mean, it's cool. Like the whole kind of animal bit of it is really just a context to a building tool. I've been loading my house flipper since like 10 a.m. Really? Maybe. Oh, dude. Yeah. What you need to do. I get this sometimes. If you've been messing around with the files, I get this sometimes. You need to quit Steam. So you'll probably have to do a Control-Alt-Delete and stop House Flipper, quit Steam, and then restart. Because it won't get out of that. It won't get out of that loop. It will be something to do with your Steam sync, I think. Can you make it look like a small rock fell off onto the sidewalk? Yeah, probably. Like that. Not sure how. Just looks a bit like it's stuck in the tarmac though. I think we'll do that. You were playing it last night? Oh, I would still say that's your best bet, is to quit Steam. Mine gets stuck sometimes as well. And then the other thing would be just to check to see if you've added. Well, think about what you've added today. Like if you added custom content and pictures and stuff like that, and then just my PC because I think it's been doing before I mess with the file. Okay. Yeah, that would be my suggestion. Be just to restart Steam. 99% of the time that fixes it. Elephant. A bit of elephant grass, but not much. Just the odd bits and tiny little bits and pieces. And then we'll put some sort of little fence line along this. And then it's going to need something a bit higher just to kind of block that view back there. And we want maybe like a couple of these bits. Yoink. And then I think the only other bit I want, I use this a bajillion times before to do this, but some dead stuff. This works quite well as dead stuff. It's little bits of dried grass or whatever. Favourite to least is the games you play. Ark, House Flipper, Planet Zoo. Favourite to least. Fair enough. Probably actually the reverse in terms of my subscribers on YouTube. It's funny you're an absolute lover of Ark now. With bless our Lindsay for getting you in, getting you in. Oh dear. Yeah, the Ark server's been quite fun to say. Looking forward to doing more things with that in January. I think we're going to start having our kind of events and stuff run in January for that. Cave runs and all sorts of things. Do you have any games on your radar that is coming out? Not imminently. I think I play enough already. So the ones that I've got on my radar are not new ones that I've had on my, things like Paralives definitely on my radar. I think I'm due an update video on that. I probably should do a new one on that fairly soon. And then PK, the Prehistoric Kingdom, although I'm slightly concerned that everyone is a little bit overhyped. A little bit overhyped about that. Have I got my fence from Missoula? That would work really nicely back here. It's fun, I don't have to watch you build something. That's what I'm after. Yeah, we'll keep it dark, I think. We'll do this but kind of lower level here. Yeah, I'm not kind of massively desperate to add new games to my list, to be honest, because I kind of already have enough. I already have many more ideas than I have time to do in the games that I already play. There probably will be new games that I occasionally look at. There's nothing particularly. As I say, the big one probably that I'm looking forward to, but I don't think it'll be this year. It will be Paralives, because that kind of ticks my House Flipper box. And then there'll be there's an Arc 2, but that's probably a good 2 or 3 years away, I would say. But no, not other than that. Do, do. Oh, exciting. Thank you for the raid, Summoner. Thank you to the raid peeps. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we got spammed by Nightbot there. That's great. That was great, wasn't it? What a welcome. Hope you had a good stream. Assuming you were streaming Planet Zoo. Welcome, new peeps. I should probably save. I haven't saved it in an absolute age. Happy New Year to you guys as well. Yeah, we've been doing some. Let me show you round-ish. This is all kind of in progress still, but we've been working on a seal habitat. Been working on a seal habitat since the DLC dropped, which is a while ago now. I do have to leave instantly. Sorry, that's fine. I know very much how it works. At the end of your stream, the last thing you want to do is watch someone else's stream. But thank you very much to the raid. It's very appreciated. Hope you have a good evening. So yeah, we've got to work on this canopy and fix all this up. Welcome, new peeps. I'll show you round. So this is our kind of little show area thing. Game is paused at the moment, but the educator will come and look at that. I'll stand up there in a sec. I think I've got the zoo closed. Yeah, I've turned the spawners off. It's very much a work in progress. We've got all the backstage area to go here. We have got a little gate and a little tunnel that they swim through. And then they can go up and down this ramp over to this section, which has all kind of been tanked out as well. I think this is my favourite bit so far. Is this? I prefer this end of the habitat. God, it's amazing how good the water texture is, isn't it? Do you have any sub-only emotes? You do, if you check. And then, yeah, this is definitely the dunnest bit. The dunnest bit of all of the things. Is it Christmassy enough for you to stay? I guess it is. Maybe we'll stay with you for a while. We started doing this little pond. I'm mostly scattergunning, moving between various different things. And we've probably got about another half hour of stream. There you go. There's your remotes. This thing, that's a morph. I know. Yeah, so Lindsay's got a little tea bag. I think I've got some more remotes to add, guys. I can't really remember. I haven't checked it, but I think I've got some more remotes. You don't have a tier one because you're not. So there's a tier thing in Twitch. There's tiers, Wes. So when you're I can't ever remember which way around it is, but tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Tier 1 you get a certain group of emotes, tier 2 you get another certain group of emotes, and then tier 3. So you'll see, if I say hello, that little gold one is what you get. That's like a loyalty badge as well. Thank you, Banshee, for the follow. But yeah, it's all a thing. It's all the way that the Twitches works. What are we doing in this little nub? I'm not sure if there's going to be some sort of gate here. I think maybe there's going to be some sort of gate here. I haven't worked out this bit yet. All of this needs tidying up back here. And I think mostly this is done. Yeah, so she will come and do her do. That looks pretty cool. I'm still pretty happy with that. And then when the guests are in, it doesn't look too bad. Obviously, they overcrowd slightly, and she does lose her feet, which is a little bit annoying. What are you guys even looking at? There's nothing to see. Are you going to have a freak out? I think if I just standing on a path, there we go. So we'll do some kind of little fern bits and stuff back here. You are golden. Ah, freak out. You're golden. Can we raid at the end? We definitely will raid at the end. I have got my post-it note. Oh no, that's the wrong post-it note. Where's my post-it note gone? Raid. Not a post-it note, but you have gold. Oh right, I am golden. Yes. Give me your gold. You have to be a subscriber for like 5 months or something. I can't remember exactly what it's set at, but if you click on the subscribe button at the bottom, you'll see the options of what happens, what emotes go with what things. Wes, give me your gold. You cannot have my gold. I'm Scrooge McDuck, and it all lives in my vault, and I swim in it from time to time, smashing all my teeth out. We talked about this the other day. Was it Lindsay and I were talking about this the other day? Just buy new teeth. Smash all your teeth out. Just buy new teeth. Fern. No, bracken is what I want. Another bit of bracken. I want your gold. It's kind of small, that fence, actually. Maybe it needs to go off a bit. Why are you freaking out when you get to that place, love? It's fine. There is a path there. Don't be such an attention seeker. Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, we had a retro retro cartoon conversation, didn't we? I love all those little moments in the Discord. Those are fun. Last night's karaoke session was quite fun as well. Though I think you were. How is your head this morning, by the way? Forgot to ask, Lindsay. Oh dear, it was quite funny. Quite funny. I don't know whether to do. I'm probably gonna do one of those posts tomorrow that everyone does at the end of the year. That's like, wow, thanks for everything. But it is actually pretty. There's been quite a lot of changes this year in my channel and stuff. And the Discord is a big deal, I think. For me anyway. It feels like a really nice kind of space and stuff. Alright, I think that'll probably do. There's a point at which you do too much. Was it Ariana karaoke night? Ariana got immediately vetoed. Poor Rem. We weren't singing. Well, we were typing. Lindsay and I were typing. We were karaoke by type. But the moderators have the skip power. And Lindsay frankly abused that skip power because Rem put one track in and it was immediately skipped. Just like, no, veto. Can't be doing with any Ariana Grande getting involved in this. My ears bleed. It was a little bit like ear blood, I have to say. Do. Lindsay has a beautiful voice. I haven't actually heard Lindsay's voice, I don't think. Not singing wise, anyway. I've heard it in the. I've heard her in the ARC stuff. Pity Twitch Signs has ended. What's that? I don't know that. Not heard of that. Twitch Sings. Oh right. Well, there. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it, in terms of their like copyright policy? Not a thing that I'll ever be doing, I don't think. I actually don't mind a bit of karaoke, but I definitely don't want to be doing that in front of you lot. The only thing that ever happens if I'm karaoke, I've got to have had quite a lot to drink. And I don't think that's ever going to happen on stream, to be honest. I've not heard your voice either, Wes, but we now you're in the VIP club. You will hear a voice at some point because you'll be in the streams. So there'll be more of that in the new year, guys. There'll be more of the, as I said, kind of play along things. Mainly led from Ark because it's the one that works best at the moment. That maybe we'll play some stuff like Among Us, but I feel like maybe that's starting to be kind of a little bit done in 2021, but maybe not. I think actually Fall Guys probably appeals to me more than Among Us. So most of the time when I've watched people playing Among Us, I don't find it all that. I find it a bit boring. But it might just be me. Probably is just me. Petition for Taves to do Nicki Minaj karaoke. You can petition all you like, but it ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. It finally loaded. Epic. Hurrah. That probably is alright. I can hide that in the mulch. Yeah, I like a bit. Well, I see. Fall Guys definitely looks more fun when I've seen people playing that. It looks more fun. All right, well, we'll make this a thing then. We'll have a Fall Guys thing at some point. It's much funnier playing Among Us than it is watching it. Right. I think the thing is when I've watched it, maybe this is the problem. When I've watched it, the few times that I've watched people playing it, they haven't found the murderer or whatever it is. And then it's just like, I don't really get what the point of that was. That might just be me. Fall Guys just does look more fun and chaos, which is... How did you find Among Trees, Mrs. T? What was your take on that? How did you get on? That's one that's got to it's got a lot of promise to it, but it's not got an enormous amount of content at the moment. It's kind of funny that they've even got an early access for that, because there's so little to do still. I think they've improved the fishing though. The fishing was really painful. But yeah, such a cool game. We always catch Gemma, she's a rubbish liar. Excuse me. What? What's that? There's a fire in the barn? Oh no. They look like they were doing a Lassie moment. Come to tell me something. They definitely want me to follow them, don't they? They come running in, waving. Help! Quick! You must come! Timmy's fallen down the well. Where are what? And now you're just chilling? Now you're just walking off? Well, there was an event. It took me ages to collect wood, and then Jamie told me to press a bunch of buttons, and because it was my first playthrough, I'd done it, and it quit me out, and the game with no save will be... Ooh, yeah. You have to... There is a save. You save at the bed. But maybe you didn't have a save yet. There's not loads of content, but it's very chilled. I streamed it. I think I streamed it like 4 or 5 times. No save was about 40 minutes in. Yeah, I can't remember if maybe there's a point at which I think it's the bed you save at that game. Yeah, it's super beautiful, isn't it? There is a rusty toilet in my house that I didn't put there. You're talking about house flipper, not real life, I'm assuming. Otherwise you've got a very strange ghost. Yeah, it's a super pretty game. They're really kind of slow though, like in terms of development on that. I think they really got screwed up by the COVIDs, because that patch, no spoilers, not too much, but the patch that came out recently was supposed to come out in November, I think. Came out at the end of December. Begging for a spoon. That toilet. Route. We'll just do a little bit of this, not too much, because it can be a bit much. Spinach. Need the little one. That's the one we want. There isn't a story mode, no. If you look on their website, there is a roadmap, and the story mode is described as well, a feature on the roadmap. The latest things were pets and a brewing room. That was the new additions. That looks rubbish. Yeah. Oh, you've played it as well, have you, Wes? There's a fox. Yeah, you get a fox that appears. No, there's not too many more spoilers though for Mrs. T, because you'll ruin it for her. I probably said too much anyway. I think that's kind of all right now. I don't think it needs any more than that. That's kind of cute. Well, I was going to put a little fence in, wasn't I? That was going to do something really small. Simple. Oh, you found a fox in... Oh, that's an interesting coincidence then, because I literally was just talking about the game that Mrs. T-Rex is talking about. You get a fox in it. You get a pet fox. I'll play it online and I'll block Jamie. So let's just make a little super simple little fence, I think. Did I just see that fighting? I did. Stab. So let's do that. Thin rod is thicker than that, okay. Shame that's slightly larger than my small rod. Oops, never mind, I can just move it off center a bit. Let's grab a dude. Grab you. Let's see how tall this is. Oh, that's going to be alright. Be gone, we no longer need you. Might just do a rope one, I think. Simples. Is there a smaller one of those? That's massive. That's a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. Maybe we won't use that then. Maybe we'll use one of these sorts of things. That's going to be too big. No, I don't want it rusty. What do we want? What do we want? That might work. Just the bottom of that. Yeah, I think we'll just do that. So we'll get rid of this post because it doesn't work with those. We'll put some beamage. Yeah, bunting rope's too long. I need to get to 3D printing the world and then do it again for Toves. Yeah, you need to get on that. Lickety split. Metal beam. What's that called? That's kind of big, isn't it? What can we use here? Those are thick, aren't they? Thick boy. Thin. Come here. Okay. The rope was in the ground, that's why we removed it. Gutter. It does remind me that that smallest one doesn't line up. When you click it, so it jumps up to the... It jumps up there. It's kind of annoying. Well, it doesn't really annoy me that much. Just a little... Just a tiny bit. Yeah, I think that's alright. That's very simple, but that kind of is alright for what we've got. It's supposed to just be giving a little bit of an indication that you're not supposed to cross over. Right, let's have a little look-see. I hadn't really decided whether I was keeping this path. I think this can just stay concrete, to be honest. This little path is starting to look alright though. How are you making it look so good? Thanks, dude. Hello, I'm new. Luke sent you. Luke. Who's Luke? Welcome, welcome, Nightwolf. Thanks to Luke, whoever Luke is. Do. Was that from a... I didn't miss a raid there, did I? No. Might do some little lights or something. That last person who raided you. Oh, that was Luke. Oh, sorry. Yes, I read it as summoner. Yeah. Got it. I tried to make something that was hard. It's just practice, Wes. It's just practice and like just keep doing it. It's exactly the same thing I'm doing in House Flipper. It's the not knowing when to stop, Gene. it's the fiddler. What did you say the other day, Lindsay? What were we talking about? Faffers. It's the perpetual faffer. If you just faff, just keep faffing. Eventually it will turn into something that looks vaguely alright. Right, I want to use the lights, but I don't want to use these guys. Oh no, it is that one I want to use. It's that one. Need more dodos? You're talking about the wrong game, my friend. There ain't no dodos in this game. The old Flipperoo. Yeah, Planet Zoo is not a game that you pick up and like you have to take some time to get your head around the controls and everything. It's like, as I said, said at the start of the stream, I'm still like I'm in the groove a bit now, and I could probably carry on. I can't actually carry on for much longer because it's already time for me to get off. But yeah, once you're kind of in the over the hump of kind of getting used to the controls and stuff, then it makes a big difference. But it doesn't happen quickly. But it's the most rewarding game I play, I think, out of all of them. Like I do really enjoy the other games we play, but you are always limited by the options you have in some of, you know, House Flipper and Ark, you're always limited. And this, you're really only limited by your imagination and your patience with it. So we'll just do this. I've used these quite a lot before as just this kind of ground lighting stuff. What's that kind of? Oh, it's got a weird. Yeah, I forgot that. It's got a weird. What do they call it? LOD, which is the. the low graphics option. So as you move away from something, you get the LOD model, or like various different versions of it, I think. So let's have a quick look at that in the night. It's going to need more lights, but kind of makes it, kind of gives it something kind of nice. Little bit. Yeah, that's alright. That's coming along. Once this is all fixed up and it doesn't look like it's ripped and all that sort of stuff, that'll look kind of cool. Let's get a rando. Judy. Not Judy anymore. We've renamed you Tedgedcam forever. You must live your life as Tedgedcam. Yeah, that's alright. I'm happy with that. Still more to do in here. Lighting and stuff. I need some lighting. Oh, I didn't realise that's got a light in it. That's kind of cool. I got a PT level 286. Yeah, I saw him trying. I'm sorry helping you with that last night. That was nice of him. Right, that is going to be it, peeps. I think we'll go back. We'll do a save. Eventually, this will end up being a video. So if you haven't already, if you weren't already aware of the fact that I've got a YouTube channel, Nightbot, who's been spamming all stream, apologies for that, has helpfully put the link in there. So yeah, this will eventually end up on in like a 20-minute speed build video. I think I'm going to do like a front of Habitat thing and then a back of Habitat as a separate video. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. We must do a raid before we go. Thank you to the raiders. Thank you to the new follows. So Summoner or Luke, we had as a raid, and Climbable Junkie we had as a raid. Let's see who else we've got playing in the Zoolands at the moment. Oh, no one that I'm following is playing. Who have we got? So we're going to be picking blind here, guys. I don't recognise any of these names. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers, Lindsay. Cheers, Mrs. T. Cheers, Rem. Cheers, Heather. I'm going to pick randomly from the list. I tend to try and always go like a little bit lower down. We'll go. Oh, let's have a quick look at this one. I'll just check that it's not that they're actually speaking English. That's always kind of important. That person's not speaking English, so we won't go there. Welcome to suggesting anyone you see, guys, that's streaming that you know. Katie Ann.
I finally lost it.
Yeah, she can have her raid. She looks kind of cool. She's got a bobble hat on. Right, peeps. Have a great new year. Thank you very much. I'll see you all next week. We'll be back streaming this stuff next week. Yeah, so give this lady some love. She looks kind of cool. Katie Ann. Yeah, that's where we're going to go. Have a good one, everyone. Hope you have a nice evening. And off we go.
Oh, how would you?
I go to America! You fist me. Now I fist you.
Come on, in Heather, Snowdurk. Hi, T-Rex. How are you? Remy Top. I can't even say names. Remix. I can't say that. I tried. Pinsdenia. Gaming with Wesley and YouTube. Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome